is the Iron Trader, and it is Friday, last day of the week. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Now remember, the rig count will be out today for crude oil and natural gas at 1 p.m. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, this week here has really pretty much been a trader's dream. All this section here, okay, this was just nice back and forth action. We had a nice box set up here. So basically what you had on the bottom is you had 75.52, and then we had the top there was that 79.29. So basically what we did is we just had a nice box trading right here. Now it broke out, but it looks like now we just have an upper range here for the old box. And we have a really nice, good sideways action going on here. So here we had a nice high, and we made a 85, I should say, for the high. And then we had a couple sell-offs, but you notice that is holding this key 200 SMA. Then we had a nice rise at the top. And then yesterday we had a nice right off that 200-day. And now today we have a big red candle. But we made a higher high, and we haven't made a lower low yet. Okay, so what we want to watch is watch the downside here first. So basically, you're pinned right here to this 200 SMA, I should say. That's 77.97. That's going to be key support. Right below that, we have that 77.93. Okay, so right there, 77.97, and then 77.93. Very, very key levels there of support on a closing basis. That's the key, a closing basis. Okay. Now, again, if that 200-day and that 21-day is lost, then what we want to do is we want to look to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at that 77.52, and then we can come over to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 77.17, and then what we have here is you have your 100-day at 76.53, and then right below that, we have the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 75.84, and then we have 77.52. Okay, and then right below that, what we have 75.46. So you got a really lot of support here. You got your 200 SMA here, your 21-day, your 100-day, and then your 50-day, all your key support levels, and then we have your regular support levels here at the bottom of these candles. So what you want to do is always look to the previous day's high and low. So yesterday, what we had is a 79.53, and the low was 78.02. So far today, we have a higher high at 79.99, and so far 78.19. But it's all going to be based on if you can hold this key level right here, 77.97, and this 77.93. But what I like about this is, see your 21-day rising up very nicely. Your 50 days on the rise here. Your 200-day is on the rise here. Now, what we need to do here on the upside is we need to get back above this 8 SMA here. Okay, so this is going to be key. This is 78.77. Very, very key level that you want to get closed back above. Because right now we got the pinball action going. So if we can close above that 78.77, then what we do is we just look to yesterday's high. You're looking at 79.53, and then what we'll do is we'll look to right here, 79.62, and then we have today's high so far, 79.99, and then we just work yourself up, 80.41, and then we have right here, you have 80.67, and then your big retest, 80.85. So now we know exactly where the resistance levels are, and we know where the support levels are here. So realistically, what you want to watch here this morning is watch that key 200 SMA, 77.97, and watch that key 77.93, and then the bottom of this candle 77.52. That's all very key. On the upside, watch that 50 SMA 78.77, and then yesterday's high, that 79.53, very, very crucial, and then that 79.62, and then today's high so far 79.99, and then you can work yourself right on up. Now your RSI here, well, we're just going sideways because we have this back and forth action. See, just like we have here, see that? That's basically what we're doing because you have that back and forth action. Your MACD, green is still above your red. That's looking bullish. Your MACD here on your weekly, green above the red. That's still bullish. Now, for the week, okay, now today, remember I said on Monday, we want to make sure that we close for the week, which is Friday, and that's today. So we really want to close here above this 77.77. That is going to be very, very key. And then we have right below it is 76.70. And then you have your 21-day at 76.47. But right now, this is a very, very bullish chart. You can see how your 8-day is rolling right on up here, okay? And your candles now are staying above it here for the week. So even if this closes down, it holds this 8 SMA in its 21-day, still very, very bullish pattern. Now you can see your 200-day here. See how nice it is on the rise. Your 8 days on the rise. Your 50 days on the rise. Very, very bullish. Matter of time before you're going to crack that 80, 85, and we're going to go right up higher, and you're going to test this 83.78 here, okay? So again, when you see this red candle down here, I'll be looking for a scalping opportunity here off of this 200-day. If it comes down in this area here, we got to see. So I'll be looking at my other charts, your tick chart, your 1, 5, 15-minute chart here to scalp this here long, okay? Unless it holds red, we have to basically see. Now, we had 2 red candles there, but you notice that it always held and holding that key 200-day, just like we're doing right across here, okay? So basically, we have a nice trading action going on here. Trader's absolute dream. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas, see what's going on. All right, here we have natural gas, daily and your weekly chart. Now, this was getting very, very bullish. There's one thing I did not like, and that is this price channel. See, where it could not just level off and stay leveled off here, like this here, like this here, like here. Okay, what we're doing is just kind of like a rolling basis here, like we had here. Now, I'm not saying it can't zoom right back up again, but what I'm saying is here, I don't like that until it levels off and gives you a good solid area there to trade into. I thought we were going to have it here, but it didn't. Okay, so now yesterday we had this red candle here. Now, as soon as that EIA report, and probably a little bit before that, came out, and we just had a draw of 40 BCF. That's what the expected was. But last week we had a draw of 96 BCF. So there's a big difference there. Okay, so you're still in the shoulder season here on natural gas. Basically, what you're waiting for here now is for a really hot summer. So the hot summers, you have to fire up all the power plants, and also disruption going into the hurricane season and that kind of thing. That's what's positive, always bullish for natural gas. Now, yesterday we lost here that 8 SMA here, and it came right down to this 21 SMA. Now, I did scalp the KOLD yesterday. I got 6 points. I could have held it and got a lot more. I just, in this kind of a time frame here, you just never know. So I'd rather just take the trade, whatever you can get out of it. It's not as stable like oil is. Oil, you can come down, and then it's just a little bit more stable right now in this time frame. But right now, what we're looking for here on the downside is we're looking for this 1.768. This needs to hold. That's very, very key level. Now, again, if that's lost here, then we're going to look at the top of this candle at 1.73. We're going to look to the bottom there, 1.71, and then we follow the candles down. See, 1.66 here. We have 1.63. We have 1.59, 1.58, and then your big retest here. But again, as long as it holds this, this looked like a very bullish pattern here until we had that big red candle yesterday. Now, here on the upside is we're looking at this 8 SMA here. This is 1.86. That's going to be very, very crucial. Now, there is a candle here in between there. What do we have here? You have 1.81. So 1.81 is going to be next on the upside. And then we have your 1.86. And then we can just follow the candles up here. You have 1.95. We have 1.98. And then there's your big retest at 2.0. That is going to be your price channel. If you can get above, then we just look to the left here, candlesticks here. You have that 2.04. 2.010, 2.12, and then this is the candle you're aiming for is 2.168 here. Now, when we look at our weekly chart here, your weekly chart, it's all about the 8 SMA. So if you watch my videos here starting Monday, you'll notice I have been always pointing and just harping on this 8 SMA here. Now, see, look what happened when it went into it, okay? So I just said, you got to watch for the week here if it's going to be strong resistance. So you're basically at that 2-point level here. Okay, earlier in the week it was 2.2, but now you can see it's rolling over. You need to close above that. That's the key. Then we can come to the top of that candle at 2.12 and 2.168. But if you can't close above this, then she's going to go lower. And this is exactly what is happening here now. So realistically, today we want to watch that 1.768. If you can't hold that, then we'll just follow these candles down here at 1.73, 1.71. Just follow these all the way down here until we get a retest of this area if that 21-day is lost. On the upside, your key level here is you want to watch this 1.86 here. You need to get back above to that 8 SMA here or even close above there. So we got to see if we're going to get a little ping pong action here between your 8-day and your 21-day, or if this is just going to fall right off the map. Now, when you look at your MACD, it's still bullish, your green above your red here. This is still in good shape. This MACD here never did turn curl above here, but realistically, everything is about this 8 SMA here. This is why you trade the charts, because if you can't get above it, it's not going higher. That's just reality, okay? So it went into it and then came right on down. Okay, let's take a look here at an hourly and a 4-hour. Okay, your 4-hour chart here, basically we had a nice stair step down, okay? And then we held a nice bottom. You can see the difference in there as it was stepping down. We had a nice step up here now, okay? So you had that 1.52, 1.58, 1.59, but now what do we have here, okay? So what I don't like about this is see how this 200-day on a downslide, 21-day on a downslide, 8 SMA on a downslide. Now you're crossing below that 50. That's not good. So realistically on this 4-hour chart here, you need to hold this key level here, this 1.76. That's your 100 SMA here. Now, there is a gap right here, okay? So we look at the low of that. There's that 1.71, okay? That's going to be your next target. If that's lost, we looked at the top of this candle, okay? This here is 1.66. This is your gap right here, and then there's your fill, which becomes now support levels, okay? Very, very easy. So again, if this 100-day is lost, your next target on the downside is going to be right here, 1.71. If that's lost, then we come right here, 1.66, okay? So that's what we're basically looking for. If that is lost here, we can follow the candles down. You have 1.63, okay? And then we can come right down here to the bottom here. You look at 1.59, 1.58, and then there's that retest, 1.52. But just watch this key 100 SMA here. Again, if that's lost, just look at the gap and then the fill. Those are going to be your target areas. So here what we have is, I want to show you another gap and fill, is right here. If we look at this candle here, we're looking at, what do we have here? Right there. Okay, 1.71. That's what we're looking for, which lines up very nice right there. Okay, and then we had the top of that candle. Okay, you're looking at basically 1.64. So if that 1.66 is lost, we have 1.64 right here. This would be your next target. Okay, so right now she's not looking too bullish. Okay, so we had a nice good topping situation here, and then you notice that it just couldn't get through. So we had this top here, and then when it came down, this was that EIA report, not this week, but last week. Okay, and then it just couldn't hold that. But the problem with that is, see, we had a high here of 1.98, and then we had a high here of 1.98. Okay, so you have a double top situation. Okay, and then we put in a lower high, and that's what caused it goes all the way on down here. Okay, so this just is not rallying. So what you want to do is put all your charts together. So you take your hourly, your 4-hour, but the key to the natural gas was that 8 SMA on your weekly chart. That was the absolute critical key. So basically, when that price channel, when that price went right up into that 8 SMA here, it just stopped it dead right in its tracks. Okay, so basically now what we have to do is just look for levels here of support. So basically what we want to do is just look at that 100, look at the gap, the fill, this gap, and this fill. Now again, if that's lost, then we can come all the way down here and retest the 1.59 and 1.58 level. But right now we got to see how it is. I'll be looking for scalps. Probably not too much there in the natural gas today, but we'll see. You never know here. UNG here, I wouldn't be looking too much. I usually trade 5,000 shares, but I'll probably cut that in half to 2,500 or maybe 3,000 on a Friday. Never want to get caught, kind of a situation. Maybe I scalped cold yesterday. We'll see here if they can get a little bit more. Maybe there might be a scalp in that today. Oil, there'll definitely be a scalp in oil there today. And then the technology is that TQQQ, that's always something. And NVIDIA, that's completely out of control. But if you can go there and get, 20, 30 points a day, that's about how that thing is running. They have a target at NVIDIA of 1,200. I think she's going to get there, if not beyond. So we got to see how that's all going to shake up. But right now, natural gas here, it's just not looking too good. It's basically a scalping area. Okay, I'll have more here for you at the midday trading. We'll review natural gas here and crude oil. And then later, after the pick close, we'll go more in depth on crude oil and natural gas and get you ready, set up there for the weekend. All right, thanks for watching.